So, welcome back. Apologies for the poor angle. I'm currently driving along with you on my dashboard and I haven't got a lot of light in the car. Obviously you can tell it's pitch black outside, so I'm using the light off the centre console to lighten me up. I put it in daylight mode while I pootle along here. I'm currently off to the channel to do the lilstock reefs. I've done it a few times, I suppose, this time of year. I've done Minehead. I prefer a nighttime tide over a daytime tide. A lot of people say it doesn't make a lot of difference because of the colour of the water being so minging and brown. But I have definitely had better sessions at night than I have in the day. So I'm heading up there. I'm going my Century Sports, Graphic Sports, pair of Fathom casting specials with £20 Paragraph Sport and £60 off my Powerflex leader. I've got a box full of 6-ounce grippers ready to go to the reefs because they ain't gonna. It's a bit of a case sometimes if you haven't got a fish, you're not getting your rig back. So I've bought some old crappy ones that I'm alright losing. I've got my pedal pulleys, 4Os, Kuma Manta Extras. Bait wise, it is squid and bluey. So I'm playing Beat the Sat Nav at the minute. So when I left the house, it said 22 minutes past 8, and it now says 14 minutes past 8, and I'm not even at Exeter, so I've got a bit of a stint to go. I've got 85 miles to push on, so I'll carry on pushing through them and then get there, get set up. Low should be about 20 past 10, half past 10ish. I'll get there about 10 past 8. By the time I get my waders on and put my hoodie, coat and hat on and then bimble down, it should be about right to get onto my little reef, so it should be okay. So basically I fish where you'll have the watchtower down at Lilstock. I've got a little reef off to the side. It's probably 20 feet wide at its widest point. Obviously when you first get on there's only room for one, it's not really a two-person spot, and you can only really find it if you know where you're someone's being pulled over by the feds. You can only really find it if you know where you're going, if that makes sense. Oh, there's police everywhere, what's going on here? Ooh. Yeah, you can only really find it if you know where you're going, but it's a good little spot. It's quite comfortable, it's flat, it's just a tube worm reef, so you stand all over the little tubes where the worms are and fish onto more tube worm bits. It's supposed to be quite a good salt mark, but I'm yet to find a Bristol Channel salt, maybe one day. I suppose the reason I'm heading up today is I know that this time of year is a good time for the Thornbacks. There's two prime bits really now up here I find is good, and sort of March, April time, normally when everyone's down chasing place down this way or Chesil, I go up here and chase Thornbacks because I know everybody's placing, so I know I've got the place to myself. Yeah, it's just a case of suck it and see really, it's fishing. So I've got tonight for a Thornback, and then Saturday I'm back out with the main menace Mingo, who obviously had his massive cod last week or week before even. What was it, 11 pound 10 cod. So we're going to go back to where we had the 11-10 cod, which obviously isn't in the sea anymore because it's probably in Phil's belly, and then see if we can pull out some black bream or some cod. And I want to say the bass man is joining us as well, so should be a good laugh, to be fair. A few of us going, so we'll sort that out for Saturday hopefully and get over and have a nice little session. I'll do another video then, so probably another double dropper on the on Sunday if it's decent. If I blank tonight, obviously this won't ever make it to the channel, but if I do all right then I'll show you. So I'm going to crack on now and I'll leave you in peace because I don't want to talk shit and you get bored and you skip through, but hopefully you enjoy what you're watching. If you do, drop me a subscribe. I've finally broken the 1,000 mark, which is fucking brilliant, so thanks very much. I just need some viewing hours now, so if you're bored and you want to view all my videos, that'd be fucking mega as well because that'll get my viewing hours up. Right, onwards. I'll let you know when we get there. Gonna have to bear with me because I'm just waiting for the bit I fish to uncover. When it does, I'll move on to it. Normally it's 2 hours before low, so any minute now I'll start seeing it uncover. Problem is because it's quite small to see, you kind of have to wait for the point of the reef to expose to know where you you go in. I've got a little marker, it's a little squash chair under a rock, like a little folding seat. It's quite rusted. It's got white legs and a blue seat bit. And I can't find it because the water's still in a bit and it's quite brown, so obviously you can't see to the bottom. So I'm just baiting up ready. As soon as I get on the reef, I'll wang them out. So in terms of bait, it's going to be quite hard to do this because it's dark, so bear with that. Squid, bluey, and then obviously you see my 4-0 there. And you have a 4-0 poking out. It's a bit slippy. There's one there, there's one at the top there, let's just poke it out the top. I'll straighten them out, off he'll go, and hopefully a nice Thornback ray will pick him up. So in terms of fish size, fish I'm after, Thornback ray, you can get bass, you can get cod, you can get eels, you can get blondes. There's a good variety of stuff here. You can get sole, loads of variety. Obviously I haven't got any lug, I wish I did because it's Baltic. Look, I don't know if you can see my breath. Looks like a monkey. Anyway, yeah, so you can get a great variety of fish up here. It's an alright size tide. It's 1.6 low, which is fine. 1.4 is the ideal, but it's a few out from the biggest tide, which is what I want, and Chesil I'll have on the bigger tide, which is fine too. Yeah, so I wang these out. I'm just going Thornback into club comp. I'm trying to win the year with Phil. Phil's currently carrying me, so I did quite well at the start, January, February, March. I think from April onwards, might have done right in April actually. May, June, July, August, September, I haven't done great. I've had 100-ish%, maybe 90% fish, something like that. Phil's obviously pulled out the 11-10 cod, which is fucking ginormous. So I need to pull out a £9 Thornback to set the level, to make it very hard for everyone else that's against us at the minute. But that's a bit of a tall order sometimes from the channel, because you get bothered by loads around £5-6. But I'm out fishing, so who cares? As long as I see a few fish out, it's fine. Right, I'm going to go try and find my reef so I can fish without losing my gear. Essentially what happens now is if I can't find where I fish and I cast out too early, I'll cast out over the top of the reef, which has a drop off on the end, and then on the retrieve you catch the reef. So normally I stand on the reef, wang it out, I can get it up high enough not for the drop off not to bother me, but if I do it too early, the drop off will catch my rig and it's gone. It's an absolute pain in the arse. So I'll have a little scat around now, because it should be 2 hours off a low. Yeah, it's past. Anyway, better go look in. I'll let you know. Hopefully you can tell me if I get a bite. I don't know if you can see them. I'll try and tilt you back a bit. You can just see the tips. So I thought I'd talk shit for a minute, because I ain't caught a fish. It's first cast, been in a couple of minutes. There's plenty of time. Back in tide on my reef. May produce 1 or 2, and then the flood would normally chuck up quite a few. But having said that, I have been here and blanked, so you never know, dear, it's fishing. I thought, I don't know whether it's suck eggs or not, so I thought I'd give you some tips. So here, see my finger there, what? Pointing at that white bag, is a bag full of bait, a pair of scissors and my bait elastic. So obviously the water goes out fucking miles. You have to walk quite a lot. So all I'll do is chuck everything I need in that bag, and then I'll leave my box and the rest of the stuff at the top, and then I'll just walk down the reef and leave it all behind. If I'm fishing somewhere sandy, I'll do it here sometimes, to be honest. I've got 2 tripods and I'll bring both. They're both quite light. It's just that leader icon, the black one, the shit butt caps. Quite cheap, probably 30 quid, something like that, but I've got 2 of them. So what I'll do is, as the tide goes out, I'll walk down and put the other one in, so when you're reeling in, your line doesn't drop. Because obviously if you're walking down, your line goes slack, drops on the deck, catches a barnacle or a tube worm or a bit of rock, you run the risk of it pinging off. It can be a bit of a pain in the proverbial. So I'll bring another tripod sometimes, and then I'll just walk down, place the rod on, like, reel to the next rod, bonk. Do that at both rods, and then obviously on the reverse side I do it the other way, because you just flick your ratchets off and walk. It's not as bad on the way back, because obviously you can just pick your tripod on, put both clickers on and flick it over to free spool and just walk back, and it'll zip off as you walk up. But the second tripod can be handy. That bag, definitely handy, because it's a pain in the ass when you're baiting up, especially here when the tide moves so quick. Sometimes you just need to hurry up if it's a big tide. Just having it on the bottom of your tripod, you reel your rod in, quick bait, bam, gone, and away you go. Hopefully I'll see a bloody fish. It's a long ass drive and not a lot of fishing time. So I'm hoping I'll just see a few fishies really. Maybe just one will do. Not greedy. I'll pose you a question. So if you're fishing a comp, just put this in the comments, your answer here. If you're fishing a comp, right, and you need a 9-pound ray, for example, which is what I need. If you caught that on your first chuck, do you then pack home, or are you like, shit, I just caught a nice fish, there might be a better one, and you carry on? Because me and Phil were talking about this the other day. We'd leave the ass, say to Mrs, if we catch a big one, we'll come home and we'll be home nice and early. When it's crap, we'll stay for hours in the hope of getting one, and when it's good, we'll get knackered quick and we'll go. So like, I'll use here as an example. We came here a few months back, it was crap, and we stinted it as long as we could hack it. So it was a good few hours. We'd done the reef and then we walked over to the beach, fished the beach up, and gave it a good crack. So you're talking a good 8-hour stint for maybe 1 or 2 shit fish. Done Chesil, it fished its tits off, and we was there 6 hours and left. It's just one of them, isn't it? It's just a thought. I want to just get your opinion on it really, I suppose. Anyway, I'll stop talking shit, because you've probably got 10 minutes of me talking crap and no actual fish yet, and it's boring as fuck when I watch myself on YouTube, or obviously I'll watch my videos back to see how crap they are. But watching someone just fucking yak, you think, right, skip through, where's the fish, skip through, where's the fish, and it ruins your viewing hours. So I'll shut up. Just hopefully I'll catch fish. A couple of chucks in now, no fawnies. However, if I can find these. One time's tiny teeny doggy. Ruff, ruff, ruff. This is both on the same, obviously not the same rod, but on the same cast. Snot rat, rig destroyer. Absolutely fucked my rig up. One of each. And then I dropped something fairly decent before. If I had to hazard a guess of what it was either an eel, and I'd say a medium-sized eel, so around the 10 mark, a bass, or a small ray, because it was giving me hell. So I would hazard a, like big rays are like reeling in a bin bag, aren't they? But I clearly missed that one. I'm almost on low water, so hopefully as the tide starts flooding in, so do the fishies. I'll get these 2 back and then let you know if a ray takes an appearance, but I'm not looking too hopeful at the minute, because I've done nearly the old flood, the old drop, and I haven't seen one yet, so it could be a sad drive home. Anyway, I'll let you know. Just got caught with my pants down. Quite literally, I was holding the trousers snake and I had a nice slack liner. Bloody fish. Well, there's another shitty eel. Devastated my bait. It dropped off at the freaking shoreline. I mean, on the plus side, it didn't ruin my rig like the last one, but I wouldn't have minded landing it. Anyway, sorry about watching just a bit of black shit. Fucking wankers, isn't they? Excuse my language. Anyway, get rebaited, get it back out. Fucking fingers crossed that something turns up. I'll keep you posted. Right, so I've got a good fish on here. See that orange? You see the orange tip up there? It fucking streamed off. There's a good ray bite, so there's a straight pull down, and it was gone, and I couldn't stop it until it stopped itself. So that is now, you can see it, if I light it like that you probably can a bit more. That is now stuck to a reef. So I don't really know what to do with that. So I'm just gonna leave it and hope it swims off. So I'm gonna leave it tight for a minute and hope it swims off, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna give it some slack and hope it decides to pick the lead up and carry on. I think I'll just crap myself. That's weird. Rocking behind off the cliffs. Anyway, if I land this fish, you are going to know about it. So, I mean, I would say pray for me, but you're not going to know because you're probably in bed, and by the time this has gone up, it'll be the end of the week. But fucking hell, help. There we are, target achieved. I'm going to turn my torch out so you can actually see. There we are, he's all curled up. And that is, I'm not very good at this, you can tell, one Thornback ray. So you can see there why he's called a Thornback. If I do that, see him all at the back there, all the way down the tail. Nice and fawny, pristine little fawny. I say little, £7. But obviously they've got fawns underneath the belly as well there. See if we can flatten him out, get a good look. There he goes. There he is. Look at that. Beauty. £7 Thornback ray. Ideally I could do them a touch bigger. I'll tell you what, I thought that was massive. So he went to ground, stuck to the bottom, and I couldn't move him for ages, so I left it tight for a bit and then left him slack to give him a bit of free rein, and then off he went, and there we go. I got him in. Probably bottom of the tide, probably just starting to flood now, so obviously it's miles away from me. The minute I'm just walking down cast and walking back up the reef, so I can't be asked moving all my stuff down, to be honest. But hopefully a sign of fish to come. Ideal. Boom, target achieved. Quite happy with that. It's annoying when you drive a long way and you can't get them. I wish you'd flatten out, but there you go. On Thornback ray. Hopefully we'll see some more. Keep you posted how we get on. They are. They just curl up, don't they? Another fawny, £8 1 ounce. He's quite big. I just can't get it to go flat. They keep curling up. That might look better. There he is. £8 1 ounce. Decent fish that. To be fair, it came in like came in 100 times better than the other one. The one gave me Mary L. That was alright, just sort of skimmed along the top. Quite a round fish. Anyway, best get him back, get rebaited, and keep aiming for this £9 fish that I need. I'll let you know. Apologies, been busy. A boosh! 2 fawnies. Look at that. Huzzah! Oh, fucking I'm knackered. Let's do a bit of running. Oh. Getting tired now. Sorry, torch is on. So what are we at? 4 thornies now. They're all a similar sort of stamp. This was the first one, just shy of 7, other one was 8. These are both sort of 6.5. A bite. Christ. Anyway, what can I say? Best put these 2 back. Can't complain like that at all, can you? Let's get a good one. Ta-da! Cheese! Yeah, I'll get these back and see if we can get a big boy out. Or a big girl, whichever. I'm not fussy, either. I'll let you know how I get on. Got me. You got me. Another one on the deck. A bit smaller this time. It's about 5.5-ish, something like that. Nothing massive at all, but another one on the deck, all the same. That's 5 down. So come up here with a target for Thornback rays. I've hit the target, so I can't complain by any means. I just need that one big bugger now to come along, cause me real problems so I can go home. But I think the tide's just starting to ease in a bit now. It's not racing up, but it soon will be. So hopefully these keep pushing on with them. So fingers crossed. Right, got another nibble. Let's get this back and carry on. Bonnie! I'll tell you what, I need a better light, I think. Just do my own right. Bear with me. My rod sat still for ages. Wow, weird. Ah, bring it in for a rebait. Let me turn the torch off. Bring it in for a rebait. Oh, now he's lively. Nothing on it. Do you know what I mean? You reel it in. Nothing. Bit of weight. Well, maybe it's a dog. And this bugger, I mean, he's not little. I don't think the camera's really doing much justice. Still just as flipping slippery though. But fat eel on the end. Fairly respectable. It's probably a few pound, but comparison to eels, he's probably small. Anyway, I'll get the little slimy bugger back, clean my hands, and see how we go. Tide's coming up now, so should fish all right still. Weirdly, both my rods are buggering off the wrong way down the channel, but like the back eddy or something, I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to it. I am knackered, I ain't gonna lie. It's 5 Thornbacks. I've dropped 2 eels. I've landed 3 eels and 1 dog, something like that. So been quite busy. Started off quite slow, but it's certainly picked up. Oh, it's my beans. Just warming my waders up. That's what that is. Central heating. Anyway, I'll get him back, clean the hands, carry on. Another little boy. This one's very small. I don't know how big he is. Maybe 3-4 pounds on that. Oh, they just keep coming. It's like fish and chuck at the minute. Expecting going home soon, but I think it'd be criminal to go home, wouldn't I? Mental. Anyway, get this little boy back and keep on going. But age till the tide comes up. I said to the missus I won't be home too late. I think I'm going to get in trouble because I might be late home. We all know how that ends, don't we? So I don't want to go Chesil Saturday. But anyway, I'll carry on, keep plodding on, and let you know how I go. Peace. Got myself a PB. Boosh. It's probably not much bigger than a hand. I've had smaller, but they're rarer. Teeny tiny little Raymondio. I had a cast, I had a bite, and then basically what they'll do on a reef, they'll do that, and then they'll sort of ball up that like that. They basically curl up. If you look, hang on, they'll go like that sort of shape on a reef. Dig the thorns in. It's really hard to get them off. Then he popped my leader knot, and off he went. It's out there somewhere's a ray with a leader stuck to it, unfortunately. Tide's pushing on now, so it's quite high up. So we've got to pack the camera up as well as the rods and all the rest of it. So I'll get this one back, have a little sort out of my stuff, sort my bait out and whatever, I'm taking home and that. And then I think it's home time. So if I get a nice ray on this last cast here, I'll let you know. Otherwise, you'll probably see me on the camera pootling down the M5 going home. So I don't get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Got a driving range on a missus tomorrow, so I can't burn off the brownie points by staying out too late tonight, unfortunately, but it's life. But you know, I can't complain. What am I on now? 7? I think 7. I had one, then 2, and a couple after that. So 7 fawnies, a couple of eels, and a dog. Can't complain at all at that. So anyway, get this one back, and then I'll let you know if I get anything on the last cast. Now, I'm done. So I thought I had a bite, kept rattling around. I think it's just the tide pulling it up. But obviously with the camera and that to pack away, I don't really want to leave it too late and then struggle to get everything packed up before the water comes. What happens is, I can show you in a minute, basically the reef's higher than the water around. So I'm on like a platform and around me is the sea. So as it pushes up, it comes up the back of the reef where the camera is now, just down there basically. The water will push around and push up. And in the past, not with a camera to be fair, I'll point that up a bit, I've been caught out where my cool box has been sat there with my bait in, and I turn around and you see that, it's steaming. It's freezing tonight, my hands are steaming. Yeah, I turn around, the cool box is floating off in the Bristol Channel. So I'd rather not have that with a pricey bit of GoPro, if I'm honest. So look, I'll shut up because I'm talking shit again. But it's a good session, good couple of fish out. I'm aware I'm blinding you while I'm trying to pack up, but I can see the water's coming, so I want to hurry up. Appreciate you taking the time to watch, really. If you're happy with my content, then obviously drop me a like and subscribe. I'll try and keep producing the fish if I can. Obviously this year is mainly fishing for the pairs comp, so we're doing pretty well in it at the minute. So most of my fishing is dictated by what I think I can get a decent fish of. So if I know I can come up here and get an alright percentage fish, I'll have to come up here and get an alright percentage fish. However, next year I'm not going to do it as I have this year. I'm going to go after a few PBs, I think. So I want a PB blonde next year. I want a PB undie next year. Did my spur dog this year, so that was alright. Some of the bigger species fish will take some beating, so like tope I'm not going to beat, Thornback ray I'm not going to beat, or I will, but it's going to take me years to beat. Bullace I'm probably not going to beat anytime soon, so there's quite a few fish species I'm not going to beat. But next year I'll go for some PBs and do a different sort of fishing aspect, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, I'll stop talking shit because I'm just waffling now. But anyway, if you like what you got, you're happy with the content, that drop me a comment if you want to see something. I'll try and do it. I can get most fish. Obviously next month's going to be flounder season for me. Got a club flounder comp, so I'll have a go at that. So I'm hoping I can get a decent, water's coming, decent fish this month, so I don't have to worry so much next month. But we'll see. Still time yet in there. 2 weeks to go. Yeah, just drop me a like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks very much. Catch you in a bit.